And here's meteorologist Alexa Trischler.
Yes, we have finally made it to the end of the work week, and the weather is going to be nice today and really beautiful all weekend long, but it will be very hot. Temperatures will be trending a few degrees above average for this time of year. It's 90 degrees now. We have full sunshine, a couple little clouds, and that's it, with northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour today. Dew points have dropped to the 60s, so it is feeling less muggy and a bit more comfortable, though still very hot. However, at least it's not oppressively muggy, so that is a good thing. Temperatures right now are mostly in the low 90s, some upper 80s in a few spots like down the bayou, 88 in Thibodaux, and at the lakefront, 90 in Slidell, and in Kenner, 91 in Hammond. What we have going on today is an air quality alert for ozone at the surface, so ground level ozone, which happens from time to time, especially when it's hot and dry. So it's in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category for most of the area. So if you have asthma or if you're really active outside in the afternoon and early evening, try to tone it down a bit today, especially if you have respiratory issues. It can get a little uncomfortable for those people, but most people are unaffected by this level of air quality alerts. But just something to keep in mind for today. We'll have a lot of sunshine. It will be hot, but not that humid. 94 degrees this afternoon. Average for this time of year, 89 degrees, so it is hotter than normal. Tonight we'll see mainly clear skies. Temperatures will be in the 80s this evening. Sunset tonight is at 7:10. Now, just a few days from now on September 20th, our sunsets will be before 7 o'clock. So we are losing daylight. By the end of the month, it will be just around 6:45 on the last day of September. So, hey, it's good. It's a sign that it should be cooling down, but no cool downs in sight, even though the first day of autumn is September 22nd. It's going to be hot for the last full week of the summer season, rather. So it's going to be hot for the last week of summer. This is the last full week coming up as high pressure builds in across the central and southern U.S. So temperatures already in the 80s for most of the Midwest, 90s for the central part of the country. So they had a big cool down last week. It felt like fall was coming early for a lot of the country, but we're reversing that for the last week of summer. High pressure is going to build in over the central and southern U.S. in the coming days, and it will heat things up for the deep south and the central U.S. and the Midwest this upcoming work week. So summer not over just yet. So we'll be hot for us here at home along the Gulf Coast over the next week. Everyday temperatures will be in the 90s. No signs of a cool down for us. The only silver lining is there is going to be plenty of dry air across the Gulf Coast, so it's not going to be that humid every day over the next week. Dew points will be down in the 60s for the most part, so it will feel pleasant when it comes to the humidity levels today through the weekend and into all of next week. It's not really going to be humid. However, like I mentioned, it will be hot and sunny. This weekend looks good. Beautiful weather. 93 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sunshine, no rain. So it is going to be dry for the next week as well. No rain in the forecast from now through the end of next week, which is not bad news, but some people, of course, hoping for some cooling showers, not in the forecast for us over the next 7 days. Good news is, though, with the dry air, like I had mentioned, it makes it feel more pleasant in the evenings once the sun goes down and in the morning. So tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to the 60s on the North Shore, 70s on the South Shore. Sunday morning, again, 60s north, 70s south. So looking good. Now, out in the tropics, we're still watching this one spot in the distant Atlantic Ocean. This area of disturbed weather is going to come off the west coast of Africa. Has a little bit better of a chance of tropical development later next week. But the good news is the big global models are kind of keeping it disorganized and also out to sea. So it's going to stay likely out in the open Atlantic Ocean going ahead into later next week. This is Friday, September 19th, Saturday, September 20th. Not much to track, and even if it does develop, it looks like it's going to stay out in the open ocean. So no tropical concerns for us along the Gulf Coast over the next week. Just some more pleasant weather to enjoy for your 7-day. Check it out. Every single day is about the same. Low 90s, hot but not that humid, lots of sun, no rain, and we'll have some cooler nights and mornings and lower humidity.